here to get on my way. You figured it out?
Yeah, I don't know what happened right then. I don't know. YouTube be doing the most. And now nobody might not even be up here. Blessings. Yes, thank you for coming in. It still just says I have nobody up there. Maybe it's YouTube acting up. Peace and blessings to everyone that's coming in. I know it's been a long time since I've been up here. But peace and blessings to everyone. I can see you guys now. Yes, I can. I don't know what was going on with it a while ago. I don't know what happened, but we got it now. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, that was odd. The reason why that wasn't working. Y'all tell me how y'all been doing. What's going on? How are you guys doing? I know it's probably gonna be slowly coming through as far as the viewers, because I haven't been up here. I know I hit a video here and there, but when I tell you guys that I have been busy working on the situation for my niece, meaning I may not even have moderators up here today, or any more for that matter. But one of my moderators, she works very closely with me, working with my niece. So but I don't know what's going on. What's been going on with me? I know I did post a couple of the videos or whatever. And so what happened with that is I am most definitely going to court on the 24th, okay? What I had to do is I had to get out there and start really, getting into the court systems. I know week before last, I had told you guys that I had went to Georgia. So I had to go to the courthouses there, go to the police stations there, hit up the DFAXs there. That's what I did. It is done. So I've been like literally drained. So when I got back in town, then I had to do the same thing here. Go to the courthouses, fax off this, fax off that, certify this, make this phone call, make that phone call. Like keep on. The movement has continuously been going on, so therefore it has drained me. And I mean, just same way that everything will drain you if you're putting 100% in there. So this is what I've been doing. I want to say that I have a court date. It is on the 24th. So meaning I'm gonna have to go into town. Go to Connecticut. I'm coming from North Carolina. That's where I live at in North Carolina. So I'm gonna be coming from North Carolina, going to Connecticut. I am going to be posting some information that's about to go up, but I'm going to be posting some information in my link probably later on today, because I am going to be raising funds for this cause. My cause is, and my mission is to help people that are in this situation, that are trying to stand up. I have people on board that are willing to help families that are going through this situation. This is going to be my mission, to start helping our Black communities, our Black families, to take care of situations like this. A lot of times we don't have the resources, or maybe the resources are there, but we don't have the state of mind to go ahead and push ourselves to do it. And sometimes you do need a push. Sometimes you do need people that have more information that are able to help you with it. So y'all do me a favor and give me a like on it. For everybody that's in here, please push the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I don't have moderators today, so please push the like button. I appreciate it. I did hit 1,000 subscribers, so I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you understand my mission is to help out our community. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing everything that I can do on my end. I'm going to be doing everything I can do to push different programs like what I'm doing myself. I've been showing a lot of the process. So what I'm going to be doing is to whomever may want to. Maybe they have a niece, maybe you have a nephew, maybe you have a family member that you know. This is a child that cannot speak out for themselves, and you want to learn how to do what I'm doing. I'm going to be putting out the resources. I'm going to have other people to help out with those resources so that we can go ahead and start helping out with our kids in the community that are not able to speak out for themselves. When I tell you guys, this is not an easy situation. Actually, it's not hard, but it just takes a lot of persistence, and it takes consistency when you're doing this. Because for one, I did not have any idea as to what I needed to do to get into taking care of this situation with my niece. Okay, until I opened up this platform, and this came upon me because of the carbonation situation. So until I did this and then I started reaching out, I was able to get people to actually help me and to start telling me what I need to do, what forms I need to fill out, who I need to speak to, what I need to modify. There are e-services available for us online. We just have to learn how to use these resources. So I'm going to have people that are going to help with that situation. Like I said, I am going to be posting a link. So I'm going to be doing another video later on today. So I want to make sure that I invite you all to come back. I don't know exactly what time it's going to be, but I will be posting another video today because I am going to start putting together resources for families that are trying to go through situations such as this. How you doing, Sean? I do have one of my moderators in here. Happy Father's Day to you, Sean. Thank you so much for joining us. And so those resources are going to start being readily available. Yeah, that's thank you so much, Rose. That's what I want to do, because a lot of us, and you know, the communities that I'm looking into are going to be the communities that are poor. Okay, these are communities that are not very literate in knowing what to do in these type of situations. My brother, he did not have the information set aside for him. It was there, but he didn't have people that were there to help him on the way. And I wish to God that I had been able to be there for him. The only thing that I could offer him back then is telling him, hey, look, I will take my niece. I will take care of her. He didn't take that option. So time has went on, and then things have went under the radar. But if we stand up and we go ahead and start doing our research, and we reach out to our resources that we do have for us in our community, we will be able to make a change. We can open up doors that you never even imagined were there. So this is what I want to be doing. This is my mission. For people that are out there in families and you're not standing up right now because you don't know how to, you don't know what you could do, there are things that can be done. Okay, you have to use the system. Just know how to use their system. You get in that system and you work that system. That is exactly what you do. You get in there and you work that system. And so that's what I've been doing. A lot of people have been asking me also about the carbonation situation with Eligio and so forth. Me personally, I'm still going to have the same exact energy. There's so much going on with that situation right now. There are people that's trying to reach out and help with the situation. There are people that are, they're saying the scams and so forth going on. Me personally, I just don't have the energy to put into a cycle that's going on and on and on. It's like people are posting where he's at, then the dude's getting up and leaving. Then he's leaving, then people posting where he's at, then he's getting up and leaving. It's so much going on with that. It's a whole big mess. Just like you said, Sean, it's a huge mess. Only thing I'm concerned about with the situation is getting the babies. I believe I started my journey probably around April the 12th, April the 13th, and those kids are still over there. You know, I've put out information. I've continued to put out information. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, I've also, I send encouragement out to the families that are up there. But the families have to understand And the people that are online, they have to also understand there are not going to be any changes made if you're not making any changes. If you're not going into these court systems, if you're not going to these defects, if you're not using their system, there is nothing that's going to change. Absolutely. I don't care how much we get up here on these platforms and speak about this, it's not going to help. But what I do say is I will continue to spread the awareness because we need that in our community for our young kids that are watching this online. I feel like it needs to be taken offline. I stand by that. I stand by the people that are going ahead and starting to sign those petitions and everything. But with us saying, a lot of people do a lot of saying. A lot of people like to hear their mouth yapping out. All that talking, anybody can get up here and make a video. Anybody can get up here and talk and everything. That's a great thing. But if you're not doing things in the background, which I always say, that's what I'm doing. I'm always doing something in the background, just like I'm working on things for my community because I believe in my community. I believe that we can do better. We just have to start doing better. We can't just start talking about doing better and then not doing anything. I believe we can. Okay, I say like when Obama was in there, yes, we can, but we have to start doing. It's not a matter of just always talking about it, yapping on a platform. That's how come sometimes you will see me not on the platform. Okay, that's how I was able to get into the court system with my niece's situation that's going on. That's the only way because I couldn't sit up here online talking in circles and seeing the same thing going on over and over again. I have to say I encourage the family still the same way. Reach out. Reach out. Actions speak louder than words. That's right, Heidi. So I'm telling the families continuously to reach out. I don't ask anyone to donate anything to my channel. Only thing I want you to do for me, if you can share my channel, okay? Share my channel because what I'm trying to do is put out awareness to our community. Share this channel because it may be able to help someone else out. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting aside I'm getting ready to set up a program so that people can use my resources for what I'm doing. So I'm going to be setting that up. People will need resources for traveling. Like right now, I have to get ready to go out of town. You know, I have a business and I have a life, so those things are taken care of by my business. But you know, when I'm reaching out to help out with someone else's situation, being my brother, yeah, there are resources there are funds that need to be set aside and so forth. And so I'm setting up a program right now so that we can help out. My niece is gonna be the first program that we work with. Okay, people, that's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna be the first program that we work with. Okay, and I'm gonna be helping other people that are willing to put in the footwork because you have to be willing to put in the footwork. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you have people that are working with you, that are going to be on my team, and they're working with you and they're not seeing that you are, we can't want it more than you want it. You feel me? That's my thing. Bottom line, we cannot want it more than you want it. You're gonna have to want it just as much, and when you want it, you're gonna do all the footwork that is there and put forth. So if I'm telling you, you're gonna need to do A, B, and C. That's what you're gonna need to do. A, B, and C. Okay. If I'm telling you we get ready to put the funds together so you can fly out to this place, then that's what's gonna need to be done. Okay. We're gonna need to see the work because these kids have no one to speak for them. They have no one to speak for them. So if you decide to put yourself out there, let's be consistent with it. Let's keep on moving with it. And this is the way that we're going to get things done. This is the way that we're going to get people to see us. And a lot of times I may ask people, because of the type of program that I'm trying to start for our community, within our community, I'm going to be asking people to show your work, show what you're doing. Okay, because our people need to see that there is a method. Okay, there's a method to this. All right, that's what it is. You have to have a method, and I need to show people what it is. Just like I post what I'm doing, and I really haven't gotten good with this the live stream thing yet on my phone. I've been trying, and it's just not working for me. I don't know. I thought when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you should be able to push the live thing and be able to go live, but I don't know what's going on with that. It's not working for me, so I'm still doing my lives from here. I will sometimes be doing live. I do lives from my Instagram as well. It's so much easier. I don't understand why I can't do it from here, but I do want to let it be known that I will be asking in this program that I am starting, I will be asking people to show their point A to Z. Okay, that's what I'm gonna ask because that's what I'm doing. Like I said, Inasia is going to be my first. This is going to be the first round for us. Okay, and then we're gonna start rounding up and working. You about to leave out? We're gonna start rounding up other people that are interested in helping out these kids because I need the people. My main concern is the children, and it's time for us to start standing up for the children. If we know kids that are in situations and we know we've been turning our backs on our nieces, on our nephews, on younger siblings that's in the family and so forth, we've been turning our back because we don't know what to do. Okay, this is what I'm doing this for, okay? This is what I'm doing this for because I had no idea of everything that you have to go through. I've never, ever dealt with the court system. Everybody generally is saying, hey, get a lawyer, get a lawyer. You don't have to have a lawyer for a lot of the situations. You don't have to have a lawyer. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to read. Reading is something that we as a Black community, we don't always like to do. We got to read. You feel me? We have to read. We have to research. We have to get out there and do the footwork. That is what I've been doing. If you can go back a couple of my videos, you will see what I've been doing as far as my niece is concerned. And these things that I've done, they've taken probably like a couple of months because of the simple fact that I had to read. I did have to get one of my moderators, Leisha. She's been great as far as helping me to put together the things that I have to do. She's the reason why I've been able to move in such an expeditious fashion. Okay, because I've known what to do, and a lot of times that's all we need is to know what to do. Right now we're in a state of dang, we don't know what to do. So I'm gonna have people on board that's gonna be working with people that are ready to make moves for your babies in the community. This is not the only program, but this is the first program that I'm going to be working with. As I said, I'm going to be posting a link later on because I want this to go ahead and start growing. I want people to understand that we working together as a community, being unified, united. It helps. Okay, we have to be united. We have to work with each other, and we have to continue to do this consistently. Okay, we can't do it 1 week, do it 1 month, do it maybe 1 year, and then stop. It has to be something that we do consistently. Okay, get these babies and start making a better foundation. Start investing in a better foundation for our futures because our foundation are the babies. Okay, and if you mess up your offspring and you mess up the what you're bringing about into this world and you're not nurturing the foundation, you're going to have a faulty foundation. And as I say, you're going to have weeds that's going to come up in your garden. When these weeds come up in your garden, I call them Eligio weeds. That's what I call them. Because this is how we get Eligios in our gardens, and this is how they take over, and they're starting to get into your kids' minds. They're starting to take over and brainwash, brainwashing these people. I encourage big time the family. I know Tori, she went home, but they said that Tori's on her way back over there. I encourage her family to love on her, get in her head, be there for her because that's what she needs. This is not the time for y'all to stand back, be standoffish about your family. Okay, how you doing, Michelle? Welcome to the chat. And basically, I encourage her family, talking about Tori, I encourage her family to please reach out to her. I encourage the families that are that have grandkids over there, please go and get your grandparents' rights and use them. There is paperwork involved that you can use to fill out. You can fax. You can use the e-services online. Go to your courts. Find out what rights that you have as a grandparent. That is what you want to do. Find out those rights. What happened to Tori is that she went home. But I'm hearing that they saying that she I think what she was doing is getting her benefits together because she's pregnant. Once she gets those benefits together for her and that baby, then I've heard that that's what she's doing. She's going back over there. Okay, this is the reason why I encourage her families. Our families have to be there. We have to. It's bigger than what we're seeing here. Okay, that's what I'm trying to put out there. It's bigger than what we're seeing here as far as our foundation that we have as a Black community. Our families have not been there, and that's the reason why I tell people, even on today, when people celebrate Father's Days, people celebrate Mother's Days, and so forth. My thing is, we need to celebrate these days on an everyday basis. You celebrate your mother, you celebrate your father. If you have them, you celebrate them every day. This is what has been put in our mind for us to be brainwashed. This is a system that our mind has been put in where we only celebrate our fathers on one day of the year. We celebrate the mothers on one day of the year. We never celebrate our families. They don't have a family day to celebrate things like that. But these are things we need to celebrate on a regular basis, because if you celebrate this on a regular basis, you will have a sense of urgency all the time when it comes down to your family. Anything that's going on with children in our Black communities, anything that's going on, period, point blank, you will want to celebrate them, and you will always have this sense of urgency. So that's the reason why I tell people, go back, start remembering. We have to get spiritual with ourselves. We have to understand where we came from. We are a spiritual people. We are a loving people, but we have to remember that. We have to start doing that. You have to get your inside right, get you right, get your family right, and start working on your community, because that's what I'm doing. All right. Even if it takes one day at a time, but we got to start doing it. Okay. We can't keep on saying, as I said, you can get up on these platforms all day long and you can talk. You can talk. You can yap your mouth, and you can talk about the cycles of carbonation, what's going on with that. You can continuously do this every single day. But if you are not putting in the work for your community, for your family, it's nothing that's going to change. There's nothing that's going to change. The thing about it, Queen, I heard about the white people that are trying to join. I'm hoping that he does have Caucasians to join his nation, his tribe, because you understand about if anybody understands about the Caucasians, they don't play that about their people. Okay, other nationalities don't play about their people. It's only us that's in our community that don't really care too much about our own people. But if you send out some Caucasians out there, especially a white Caucasian, that's going to be taken care of very fast. Okay, they're not going to be out long, and that's going to be his downfall. Okay, when you shame the Black queen and you try to put a Caucasian woman above the Black queen, this is going to bring his tribe down. So I encourage him, and I encourage all the white females that he invites over there to go over there. I encourage that with everything I have in me, because I know they're not going to have that. We don't stand up for ours. And what we need to do is sometimes follow examples. Those are very good examples. When the first little girl was over there, the little white girl that was over there at first, when she went over there, 2 weeks, she was out of there. It should not be 2 months and these babies are still over there. You feel me? It should not be. But we don't stand up. We want to take days off and stuff. I'm speaking of this because I was in a chat this morning and people were getting upset about one young lady that was in the chat. She has a sense of urgency. I have a sense of urgency too. I don't have time to take breaks when it comes down to my niece. I'm not going to take breaks. I tell my brother the same thing. How dare you take a break? How dare you think you should get a luxury when it comes down to these babies? There's never any breaks. There's always a sense of urgency because you do not know what's going on with your child. Just like people don't know what's going on with their grandkids over there right now. How can you sit back and enjoy a lovely day and living your best life when you have kids in a situation where they cannot speak up for themselves, when you know they're in a horrible situation? So they were kind of like jumping on a young lady because she was like, oh, we need to do this. And, oh, well, today's Father's Day and we need to do this and everything. If you celebrated Father's Day every single day and celebrated Mother's Day every single day, you celebrate your family every single day, then guess what? You would see the sense of urgency. You would understand the sense of urgency that this young lady has and that so many other people have. And it's to the point where you see the people in these groups are like arguing and they're bickering and so forth. And at some point you gotta sit back and just be like, look at you, look at us as a people. This is a group of queens that's in there, bickering and so forth about what's going on and who needs to take a break, and even this person takes a break or whatever. And I understand the breaks because sometimes I do have to take a mental break, but don't let it be because it's a Father's Day or it's a Mother's Day or it's a holiday. That's all systematic. That's a system thing. That's an enslavement of your mind to think that you have to take a day off when you should take all days to celebrate your family. You should take all days to celebrate your mother, your father, your community, your children, all of this. You should take this as a sense of urgency. You should always celebrate that. So I just really want us to, we gotta grow. We have to start somewhere. And I know that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be so hard. But the thing about it is that we have to start somewhere. If we don't start somewhere and we don't stop with all the talking and the talking. People can talk all day long. Everybody talks. I'm reading your comment, Rosa. Yeah, the thing about it, and I feel really bad for the Mr. Marquez dude. I really think personally, like I have continuously said on my videos, it could not be mine, because everybody as a parent, they operate in whatever way they're going to operate. Everybody operates differently, and some people are like, oh well, I wouldn't have done this, and I would have, he couldn't do this or whatever. It just couldn't be mine, because I would be celebrating my Father's Day with my grandkid and my daughter. I'm gonna tell you like that. If it was me in that shoe, I would be celebrating mine with mine right now. It wouldn't be a couple of months later and I'm over here and I'm still stressed about this same situation. And I believe he probably is going through a lot. I just think that, as I told someone today, when people are popping up in these countries and everything, have your paperwork right, okay? Be done went through the proper authorities and so forth. Have your things right. You can get those grandkids, guys. You can most definitely dissolve the rights of these parents that are neglecting their kids. And I don't know, Queen. I don't know where Tori's family is at. That's the reason why I have spoke out today. And I'm like, yo, speak out, reach out. Why aren't y'all there? There's no way that she should be on the phone still talking to these people that's in this call. That would have been shut off right away. Obviously the young lady has some type of issues. And I understand it's a very hard situation for these families. But to me, this is a time when the families need to come together. The families that do have kids over there, do have family members over there. But more important, the kids that are over there. These family members have rights. These family members that are grandparents have rights. Exercise your rights. That is what I'm going to say. And I'm going to continuously say that over and over again. Exercise your rights. If you do not use your rights, you lose your rights. So exercise your rights. He showed up over there, yes, Sean. But if you don't have anything, like you don't have any paperwork done, and you've not done, because I was under the impression that Pops was a cop, right? Or used to be cop or something. But you still have to have your paperwork right. May it be that you're saying that the young lady, Eliana, is incompetent. How you doing, Yuen? She's incompetent to be a mother. She's putting her mother in this type of situation. Her rights need to be dissolved. While she's out of the country right now, hello, listen, while she's out of the country right now, not able to make a court date, you go into the courts and you do your thing. You feel me? You go in the courts and you dissolve that right. You dissolve those rights, because when you dissolve those rights, you can go over there and make a lot of things happen. But you have to do this paperwork. You got to get into these court systems. You have to use their system. Use their system, okay? The resources are there. Yeah, that's the reason why, like Sean, when I tell you that it's been so much that I've learned since I've been going through this situation with my niece. There's been so much that I've learned since I've been going through this situation with my niece. You feel me? So it's to the point right now that I feel a little bit lawyered up. You feel me? Not completely, but I feel like I know I'm better than what I was. Okay. When I even first started my journey with my niece, I'm better than what I was. And so all I'm asking is the parents, the family members, the grandparents that are, if you need some help with this paperwork, you need to know, contact me. Y'all do me a favor. Like I said, don't donate to the channel, share the channel. That will help out more than anything. This is what I want. Yeah, I say the families, they do need to get lawyers, but they also need to get into you have to, even to get the lawyers and so forth, there needs to be, some of the families don't have the money. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm starting my program because I'm trying to start raising funds, because I want my program to be where the families can get funds for certain things. I have certain connections that I have gotten so far since I've been working with this situation. I've got me some connections so far. Okay, so basically I'm just telling the family, start reaching out. Reach out. Not only reach out, start doing things, okay? You can get to these courthouses. You just need to know what to fill out, what to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about it. He has too much footage for the families not to be able to use some of that information and to let let it be known, hey, my grandbabies are in this situation. You feel me? They don't need to be in this situation. I fear for my grandkids. All you have to do, if they're not going to be able to make the court dates. Understand this, people. These kids that have your grandkids, these people that have your grandkids, they're not going to be making no court dates, okay? Understand that. They're not going to make court dates. Get into these courts. Use this system for your best interest, for the best interest of these children. Use the system, okay? This is the only system we got. Okay, we don't have our own system. So if you don't have your own system, use the system that we have. All right. Like I said, they can't make a court date right now. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there to Mr. Marquez too. Eliana can't make a court date right now. You have grandparent rights. Miss Dwight, your daughter, what is this girl? Zakara? She can't make a court date right now, can she? You have rights as a grandparent. Use your rights. Use your rights. The thing about that, what is that? Mizell? I think that they probably have lawyers for everything. But what I've been finding in my journey, just give me 1 second, yo. What's up, teacher? I'm not doing the live. I'm gonna call you. Yeah, you left your shades in my car. I'm gonna call you right back, okay? All right. What I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Let me see what I was reading. Yeah, what I've been finding out since I've been going through this journey. What I've been finding out since I've been going through the journey. Oh, I see what you're saying, UNC. They gotta find out, go per state too, as far as the grandparent rights too. They're gonna need to look at that. But since I've been going through the journey, there are not many they have pro bono lawyers and stuff. They'll have stuff posted. Them lawyers don't be doing nothing for free. You feel me? They're not doing anything for free. The pro bono stuff is not for real. You feel me? This is the reason why I said we need our own systems to make things move. But before we get our own systems, we got to unite first and foremost. Okay, there's a uniting that needs to be going on, a spiritual uniting that needs to be going on. If you found some lawyers, let me know about it. Let me know about it, because I haven't found any, and I have literally been for a long time. I've been looking for these type of lawyers that help as far as the situation. This is what my program is going to be for, so that we can put things together like this. Okay, because there either way, there's going to be some type of funds that are needed. But everyone that has these the grandbabies over there, what I do say is check into. I mean, all grandparents do have rights. Okay, each state may have different stipulations within those rights. But when your children have children and they're putting them in a situation and a neglectful situation right there, you need to be in them courts. You need to be before a judge to get them rights demolished, dissolved right away. And I've looked even into legal aid. I've looked at that. It's just the thing about it is just it's so much going on. The people are really rude when you call. They're acting like it. That's the reason why I said we need our own systems. You feel me? We need our own funds and everything because what they have set aside is not working for us. I've tried my best to do whatever I can do, but when you continue to dig, you will find certain things, and so that's why I do have some of my connections at. But I just really I gotta tell the families to most definitely do what you have to do for these babies over there. As I said, I started this in April. It's June right now. I started like at the probably the 12th or the 13th of April. It's June. There would be no way I would be able to sleep. There would be no way that I would be able to like really be living my life if I know I got grandkids over there in a sex cult. They can't speak out for themselves, and I know the different things that are going on over there. There's no way I would be able to live. I appreciate that, Heidi. If you can make sure you email me at the philsdion36@gmail.com. It's gonna be in my description. If you can make sure you do that, I'd appreciate that because there's so many things that so many resources out there that us as Black people we don't know about it because they're not our resources, so they're not gonna make them readily available for us. But if you start going in there, getting in there, digging, throwing around some words, oh, you're gonna start getting some things done. And that's the thing about it. People don't care about their kids. So the people that don't care about their kids, you get into the courts, especially when they put them in a situation like this. You get into them courts and you can make some things shake. I'm trying to tell you, you can make some things shake because that's what I'm doing with my niece right now. I didn't even know I could do the things that I'm doing. That's the thing about it. So you just gotta get in the court system, use their systems. Go out there, fill out this paperwork. It's okay to fill out the paperwork. You feel me? It's okay to fill out paperwork. It's okay to make these moves because these are the moves that need to be made. When you're sitting back saying that you're busy moving in silence, a lot of times people moving in silence aren't doing anything. Sometimes they are. I'm not gonna say everybody. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not doing anything. Okay, we got to move in silence, and we got to be making things, happen while we're busy moving in silence. That's my thing. Make things happen while you're moving in silence. I don't see the reason why, and I hate to sound like I'm attacking the families or whatever, but I don't see the reason why those babies are still over there 2 months later. I think any time that they've been over there, it's too much. It's way too much. I mean, you guys have seen the families have seen what's going on over there. They've seen what's going over there. He showed what's going over there. I haven't even really been looking at. I don't look at his videos anymore. I kind of like don't want that type of energy in my household. I believe a lot in energy, so I don't want that type of energy in my household. I go on more of what I may get a clip or something sent to me or whatever. To me, the only thing that's been going on is the same thing over and over again. That's to me, that's what it is. I'm not seeing anything different. I don't see any type of changes. I mean, I know that Tori left, but they're saying she's trying to go back over there. When it's all said and done, I see Sheba's baby that's been born over there. That's another baby. Baby Eliana, she's been over there. That's another baby. She's been over there for like 5 months. That's a whole nother baby. And then we got the other three babies that are over there. These are babies that's over there. Okay? That's all I'm saying. These are babies that are going over there. And they said that David and the family left. This was said that the baby, David and the family left, but we don't know that that's true. We don't know that that's true. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with them other than those babies still over there. That's what I do know. You know, I still got the same energy. We can't help what grown-ups do. I mean, I feel bad for the people that have the mental illnesses that would keep them over there in that situation. But when it's all said and done, they are grown. And what I will do is continue to spread awareness for my Black community. That's what I will do, spread awareness so no other young people in my family will be over there, or no young people in your family will be over there, or anybody else in our Black community for that matter. I will continue to spread the awareness, and that's what it is. So even if y'all don't see me up here, believe me, I am still working in the background. I'm doing things. Um, as I said, I have some other things that is going on as far as this is concerned. What I already did. See what?
Just looking at you.
Oh, usually don't say.
I said don't like acknowledge me.
Oh, basically, so I do have some things going on because we do need to start working together. I just encourage the people that do have platforms and everything, please stop using them to argue. Please stop using them to have beef, especially when you have other things going on in your community that are so much more important than the beef that you have going on with the next YouTuber. It's really embarrassing. It's shameful. It absolutely makes no sense. And yes, I'm glad that somebody said they're gonna stop sharing the location of Eligio. I mean, in the tribe, it's no need to share the location because every time you share the location, he's leaving that location, going to the next location every single time. So it's like, how y'all plan on, if y'all not get ready to get up, go down there and take him down, there's no need for you to be doing that. Yeah, it's nothing. I agree. There's nothing new under the sun that's going on. So I would like to see some new things occurring, like those babies getting, hey, we over there getting these kids. You know, that would be something wonderful for me to hear. We over here getting these kids. That's when you guys gonna really hear me saying anything about the Nature Boy thing or the Eligio thing, because other than that, it's just feeding his situation. Yeah, I believe that he comes with a certain level of energy, and I don't need that in my life. You feel me? I'm for my people. That's what I'm for. I'm for my people. I love my Black melanated people, and I think we need to do better. Yeah, it's a bad energy. You're right, Heidi. It's a horrible. It is an evil energy. So we just got to do better as a people. We have to start loving on one another. Unconditional love is what I would say. That's what I will always say, always. And I mean, I love my people unconditionally because I know that we have a mental illness in our society that we need to most definitely start working on. Mm-hmm. See you later. You're right too, though. If you're feeding into his energy and everything, then that's the reason why it still grows. So you're not gonna see Dion like constantly talking about him. You're gonna see me talk about them babies that's still over there. That's what you will see. I'll be talking about the babies to get them kids from up over there, encouraging the family members to do something about it because it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 platforms talking about the same thing about the things that's going on over there. You can have 1,000 of that, 1,000 people doing this, but until the family starts speaking out and doing this paperwork, getting into these court systems, getting into the DFAC systems, whatever you have to do, there's nothing that's going to be done. So I refuse to go into this psychological carbonation cycle, whatever they got. I refuse to do that. I'm not going to feed energy to that. And have you done it with each family that's out there? That's what I would like to ask. Yeah, that's the thing about it. If the families are not involved, that is the number one strike right there. That's the reason why I say our families have in our Black communities have a mental illness. What about you having kids over in a cult or having grandkids over in a cult makes you not want to stand up, makes you not want to speak out, makes you not want to do more. Okay. So I'm always saying and encouraging the families to do what you have to do for your family. We can't do it all. We can speak all we want to. We can spread all the awareness and put it out there so the other people won't come out there. But that's not going to help the babies over there. It's not going to help anybody over there. People can talk about the petitions and everything that's online and everything. If nobody's signing these petitions and doing anything, sharing the petitions, it's not going to help anything. Yeah, that's how I feel, Heidi, too. If anything was to happen to my grandbaby, I have one. Anything was to happen to hell and high water would be moved. You feel me? And then some. If I have to sacrifice sleep, that would be sacrificed. If eating has to be sacrificed, that would be sacrificed. Time has to be sacrificed, that would be sacrificed. If a holiday had to be sacrificed, that would be sacrificed. Because I can't see myself enjoying a holiday when I got a whole lot of kids somewhere. You feel me? Somewhere, something's wrong. And anything happened with anybody in my family, I'm having a problem with it because that's what type of unconditional 24/7, 365 days of the year love I have for mine. You feel me? It's not inconsistent either, because that's the thing about us as Black people in our community. We're inconsistent with it. How you gonna care about your grandkids when they first get over there, and then 2 months later, then it's not too much. You need to take Father's Day off or whatever. I don't feel like any day should be taken off. I'm sorry. That's just me though. And I'm not saying that in any type of disrespect to any of the families, because I'm sure that's really this is very detrimental. This going on for the families or whatever. But I do feel like, and it's not really forcing the families either, but sometimes they do need to push. You just gotta understand that you need to do more. There are other nationalities out here that these type of things have happened to. Other than us, we haven't been online like this with this Black thing going on. There are other families that things like this have happened to. They don't let this type of stuff go on. You feel me? And I'm gonna say it again, and I will say it again on other videos probably. Again, when you seen the white girl over there, she was over there for 2 weeks. Whatever they had to do, they did it. They deemed her mental. Okay, you can deem somebody mental. You just got to go through the court process. You got to use them resources. Do what you got to do. You can deem somebody not stable. That's right. You can deem someone not stable. You just got to get in them courts. I mean, you got to make moves. If you're not making moves, there's nothing going to make move. That's just like if you have a remote control. If you have the remote control, you can have this remote control. You can click on this mug all day long at the same TV, all day long. Keep on clicking on this remote. You feel me? If it's no batteries in there, it's not going to change that channel. You feel me? So we have to do things, and we have to do them expeditiously. We have to do them with urgency. Yeah, they have definitely mental illnesses, and I would most definitely deem them as mental. And this is the reason why I say there's a gap in our spirituality, in our love for our children, and our love for our community, our love for our families, when we don't see and we don't know enough about a family member that they're even off to a cult, The lines of communication have been closed. I mean, it's so sad. You said you talked to someone that was in carbonation, and they said that their families don't want to treat them good, and almost made them go to. Okay, I ain't get that really good, Sean. But I know one thing. I did speak with what's her name? Black Cherry. That was a little girl. And she got upset with me yesterday, but I had to let her know real quick. I'm not saying it to down you, but you're 18 years old. You're a baby, sweetheart. You are a baby. Whether you want to realize that you're a baby or not, you are a baby. And there's no way that you should be out here in this world alone right now. That is something that is set aside in our system, the system that we live in, making us think that, hey, once you hit 18, that number 1-8, then you're grown. No, you're not grown. You're not grown. Okay. I'm 44 and I'm still learning. Okay. And it took me a long time to learn a lot of the things that I'm learning now. So you're not grown. You're not grown. Okay. You're 18, you're a baby. And we have a lot of 18-year-olds that are just out. Oh, when you get 18, you get out of my house. This is basically how we were programmed. We're programmed for our kids to get out once they hit 18. Do y'all know in most nationalities, when those kids hit whatever age, like it's 18, they go to college and they come back home. Okay, they don't leave home until they're prepared to leave home. Okay, in our society, we ready to get a bill out the way. Oh, you hurry up and get out of my house so we can live our best life. No, you have a kid, love never expires, and you still should be there investing in your child. At 18, at 25, at 35, I feel like you should always be investing because we're always learning. Okay, we're always learning. We should always be learning as an individual, as a family, and as a community. We should always be learning. You cannot be a full cup. You can never be a full cup. You should always have room because you want to retain more information. You want to take this information and put it onto your kids, to your offspring, to your community. Okay, we must not forget this. That's right. Malika, I totally believe that as far as the communication gap, we don't have the communication in our families. Most of us are on our phones or we're not even there. A lot of times we're working 2 and 3 jobs because we have to make ends meet. And this is the gap that the system that we live in has provided for us. Okay, we got to be bigger than that gap. Okay, we have to be bigger than that gap. We have to start thinking literally. We have to start thinking logically. If you don't start thinking literally and you don't start thinking logically, thinking reality, understanding that our foundation that we build, it is our kids, we're not going to stay the same age that we are, people. Okay, you need a great foundation. You need a strong foundation. Our foundation are our kids and our community. This is what we have to invest in. If you have a faulty foundation, when you get old, what will you have to lean on? Okay, if you have kids and you're not investing in your kids, how will your kids be able to help take care of you when you get a certain age? In other nationalities, this is how it works. Your kids get older, you get older. You've taken care of your kids. You continue to take care of your kids, and then in return, your kids, that is a gift, guys. That is a gift. Your kids take care of you, and then they're able to continue to take on and take care of the responsibilities of the offsprings that are coming from you, okay? Coming from your community, all right? The system doesn't make it easy for us, Nichelle. You are so right about it. The thing about it is that's the reason why we have to start somewhere. We have to start creating our own systems. Right now, we don't have our own systems. I'm one of the believers that, and I do respect everybody. I respect everyone, but I'm one of the people that believe that people like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, I feel like they had they have very good hearts and so forth. I feel like they this is what they spoke for. They wanted us to be intertwined and everything with everyone else, with the Caucasians or whatever. I don't feel like we needed to do that. I wanted the people to say that we should have always stood on our own. We should never have depended on another race. We should always depend on us. Okay, when you start depending on other systems, they're able to calculate their systems the way they want them to be calculated. And then sometimes you don't understand the calculations. But if you have your own systems, then you can calculate the things you want in your system. That causes unity. Okay, that causes unity. You don't see the Caucasians and other nationalities bickering like us as Black people do because we're busy trying to live off somebody else's system. We can't keep on doing that. We're in a cycle of insanity right now, y'all. This is what we're at. We're in a state of insanity when we're constantly trying to do the same thing over and over again, like over and over again. I want to see if I can pull this up. Listen,
interviewer, can you address their concerns, Mr. Chang? Mr. Chang says, the concerns of Black people? Yes, I can. The fact is that we all live under a system of white supremacy. We Asian people look back at our long history of conflict with the European. We observe their strategies and develop our own. In response and in kind, there is no need for loud mass movements on our part because we intend to overtake them in time through action and personal sacrifice. And the Asian interviewer says, and the Black man, Mr. Chang says, he does not count into our situation. He is simply here. We do not hate the Black man. We just love the Asian man most. Real love, not cliche. We want to see Asian man happy. So we employ him. We eat together. We spend time with each other. We want his kids to be educated. So we invest in our own schools that offer our children the technical abilities to change the world's power structure in our favor. We want to see the Asian man safe. So we purchase and organize our own communities. We want him to remain Asian. So we reduce the outside influence of other ideologies and cultures. While he fought to sniff behind the white man, the Black man has had the opportunity and every right in the world to do the same. But he chooses to indict people like me for not hiring him over my own brothers. For me to do this would be foolish, and that would not be Asian love. In contrast, the Black man will fight for the right to be up under everyone else other than the Black people who he should feel the most love for. If our indifference to this situation makes us racist, then what would you call the Black man's indifference to his own situation?
so this right here, that right there, that was so powerful to me because I'm looking at it like that's true, and that's the way I feel. I feel like why are we so dependent on somebody else? We're the only ones that have a lot of spiritual power. We're strong in mind, but we don't use these things. We don't use it. Okay. I'm reading your comment. Yeah, we don't use what we have. None of anything is gonna be anything that's worth working for. It's not gonna be easy. Okay, it's never gonna be easy. So I totally agree with the fact what the Asian guy was saying. They look out for their community. That's what they're supposed to be doing. You know, if somebody calls them racist, then they're proficient in loving their race. There's nothing wrong with that. They love on their race. They employ within. They build their own systems. These are the things that we need to do. And it may start with something small like this. But, you know, it is my mission to start helping out my people and start doing different things in my community. This is my contribution for what I'm going to be doing for my people because we got to do better. And we can't just say we got to do. I'm a doer. So as I've said before, if you guys happen to see me not up here as much, it's because I'm busy doing things, okay? I'm doing things that are definitely concerning my needs, and I'm doing things that I want to do to help out in my Black community. I wanted to make change. I don't want to just be talking about it or whatever. I want to actually make change. So, and I just really, the people that are up here online and everything for the whatever they're up there, I just really my heart goes out to you as a Black community, and I still am going to say the same thing. Use your platforms to uplift the Black people. Don't use your platforms to I'll see if I can find out who the interview was done for. I just gotta look at it. I don't know who it was done by. Let me see if I can find it.
The Woods Cross.
Let me see if I can find it. And if I can't find it, then I will look it up and see if I can find it later because it's not showing it right now. So I will see if I can find that up there. But it's all about supporting us. It's all about making us a better people. We have to realize we're the only ones that operate the way that we operate. We're operating off of somebody else's system. We don't know how to use their system, so it causes a lot of chaotic situations in our community. Okay, it's chaos in our community. It's a whole bunch of insanity in our community, in our Black families, and that was it's been rubbing off on our kids. But it's time for somebody or some people to stand up and start at least working with our foundation. That's the thing about it. We have given up. Um, I remember that song. I played that song "Self Destruction" not too long ago, probably like 3 weeks ago on my Instagram, because it is true. Okay, it's so true how people have actually called out how we gonna be. You know, we're self-destructive. We kill ourselves, and then we get mad when someone else does the same thing. You know, when they're killing our people in the streets and everything, but we're doing the same things. How can you actually say anything about it when you're doing the same exact thing? When you're not caring enough about your community, you're doing the same exact thing. You're killing your community. You're killing your families. We're killing ourselves. We're being self-destructive, and we need to do better. I feel like we need to stop giving up, because as long as we have people and offsprings being brought about, how can we give up? How can we give up? We gotta feel better. We gotta be a proud people. Everybody else proud of their nationality. Why we can't be proud of ours and have a good reason to be proud of ours? That's my thing. We gotta have a good reason to be proud of ours. Okay. So I really, I pray for our community. I pray so much for our community. My heart goes out to our community. I love my community. I'm going to be doing things to help with my community. As I said, I'm going to be, the live is going to be up very soon. I'm going to do another live sometime in the next couple of hours to share my resources that I have come up with as far as what I'm going to do to, to build. And it's got to start somewhere. Okay. Like I said, don't donate to my channel. The best thing you can do as far as donations is to share my channel. Please share my channel. Okay. That's what I want you to do. Share my channel. Make it known that there are people out here that really care. You feel me? There are people out here that care about our community. We care about our Black families. We care about these children out here, because these children are our foundation. So we do care. There are people that care. So please do me a favor. Subscribe and share the information. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Just share the information. I definitely want to thank my moderator, Sean, because Sean is most definitely, he's a great person. He's a great, like a big brother, somebody that I can that actually calls to check on me, make sure everything's good, see how my mental is doing and everything. And those are the things that you have to have in your Black community. When a king comes and speaks to you and gives you the moral support, that's a wonderful thing. I've never met him in my life, but he does give moral support, and I totally appreciate it. So these are the things that we need ongoing in our communities. Okay, so I am, again, like I said, I'm going to have people that are going to be able to help out with any of the families that actually want help, to see what they have to do, what information that they need to start seeking out as far as getting the babies from over there. You guys have grandparent rights, so let's use your rights. Okay, use your rights. I definitely want to say peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings to you all. I thank you all for understanding my mission. As I said, I will be doing another video later on. And I just want to, I love you guys so much. And I want you guys to put your love out. Even if you're in your community, you're walking around, you see a king and a queen, or a queen, say hello, king. Say hello, queen. Let them know, because people don't realize that our people have forgot who we are. You feel me? We got to start remembering. And something just as small as that will help. That will make them feel like, dang, I am a king. I am a queen. You feel me? That it'll make them realize it. Sometimes you can get somebody with a mean mug on their face, and just by saying that, and they start remembering. Understand? You start remembering when you hear these things. Okay. So even if you're reaching out in your community, you're doing something small as that, do that, okay? Just do that. like I said, don't forget to share my videos, okay? Share my videos because I'm trying to do something that's going to help our community out in the long run. That's what I'm trying to do. All right. Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, make sure you just email me and I will respond right back. I'm one of the people that I'm a responder. I respond right back to you. If there's nothing that's holding me back, I'm that one. Okay. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Okay.